This just in. As a small service business owner, tech executives have spent the last 2 years screaming from the mountaintops that integrating artificial intelligence into your core operations will magically solve all your problems, print infinite money, and possibly fold your laundry. It was pitched as the ultimate frictionless corporate utopia. But as it turns out, the honeymoon is officially over, and the divorce settlement is going to be catastrophically expensive. According to an incredibly satisfying article by Victor Tangerman at Futurism, companies that fell head over heels for the AI hype cycle are currently experiencing a brutal financial awakening. They are looking at their soaring software bills, their stagnant productivity metrics, and realizing that the math simply does not add up. As a StoryBrand certified guide, I'm constantly trying to warn business owners that treating AI as a magical, cost-free panacea is a recipe for absolute financial ruin. When you strip real human governance from your processes to chase a trendy algorithm, your organization doesn't achieve digital utopia. It becomes a bloated, cash-burning liability. So let's rip apart the spectacular meltdown of the AI pricing model, explore why billionaires are desperately walking back on their own promises, and discuss how you can build a stable, intensely human brand that survives the impending corporate fallout. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Vicky Sidler, a StoryBrand certified guide and duct tape marketing strategist from the Strategic Marketing Tribe. And I help small business owners like you build failure-proof marketing by focusing on the exact 20% of effort that drives 80% of the results. All so that your marketing stops feeling like a miserable second job you never asked for. But let's be honest, if your messaging is confusing or tries to say everything at once, your ideal clients will instantly ignore you. That's what my 5-minute marketing fix was built to solve. So stop losing sales. Download the fix now. You can get it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. Okay, now with all of that out of the way, why are the tech giants suddenly canceling their own subscriptions? You might naturally assume that the massive corporations who build this technology are swimming in infinite productivity. But behind closed doors, they are quietly, frantically unplugging the machines. The financial reality of maintaining these systems is entirely unsustainable. Microsoft is already planning to completely remove its own Anthropic Claude Code licenses just 6 months after opening up access to its team. They aren't doing it because the tool is too powerful. They are doing it because the financial burden is absolutely unjustifiable. Meanwhile, Uber's COO, Andrew McDonald, was forced to admit on a recent podcast that their soaring astronomical AI-related expenses have resulted in absolutely zero meaningful gains in actual productivity. When the biggest tech companies on the planet look at their own AI bills and loudly whisper, "Wait, this is a total scam," it's time for your small business to aggressively reconsider your software budget. Another interesting question to consider is, are your employees just using a supercomputer to check the weather? Because if you think your team is using expensive generative tools to streamline complex logistics, you are about to be incredibly disappointed in human nature. The reality of how actual human beings interact with artificial intelligence is deeply pathetic. Former Microsoft AI officer Sophia Vestergaard openly admitted that the employees don't use AI to automate the tasks that are most valuable to the company. They simply use it to automate the minor tasks they personally dislike. One chief technology officer even revealed that his staff was using massively expensive AI models to literally check the weather. So you are paying thousands of dollars a month for advanced machine learning, and your employees are using it as the world's most incredibly expensive, convoluted meteorological update. CloudBees CEO Anush Kapoor put the final nail in the coffin, stating that the reality of AI right now is that the use cases are severely limited and it basically only works for coding. So why has the looming job apocalypse suddenly been cancelled? For the past 2 years, tech billionaires love threatening the global workforce with imminent replacement to pump up their stock prices. But that terrifying narrative has quietly evaporated. Industry leaders, including OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei, are suddenly walking back their initial dramatic claims that AI will trigger a massive jobs apocalypse. Why the sudden change of heart? Well, because the technology is completely failing to deliver on its own apocalyptic promises. OpenAI entirely missed its own target of reaching 1 billion weekly active users by the end of 2025, while simultaneously missing several massive revenue goals. Furthermore, terrified companies are realizing that allowing AI agents to run autonomously opens them up to catastrophic risks, including massive data leaks. The robots aren't coming for your job. They are just coming for your corporate credit card limit. Okay, so how do you survive when the automated honeymoon finally ends? If you have built your entire business model around renting a hallucinating chatbot from a tech monopoly that is completely failing to meet its revenue targets, your foundation is built on quicksand. You must realize that the ultimate competitive advantage in the modern economy is the undeniable emotional signal of real, highly disciplined human effort. Your prospects do not care how much money you wasted on a fancy tech stack. They only care if they can trust you to actually solve their problem. You do not need to spend thousands of dollars on complex automation to prove your worth. The market is aggressively rejecting bloated AI gimmicks in favor of crystal clear communication, rock solid business systems, and authentic human connection. You need an urgent, necessary weapon to stand out in a sea of failed corporate experiments. So get my 5-minute marketing fix. This rapid diagnostic tool uses your actual beating human heart to craft a crystal clear story brand one-liner. It gives you a standardized, reliable framework to firmly anchor your message across your entire digital presence. Remember that you cannot prompt your way to customer trust. Prove to your buyers that your business isn't a bloated, automated cash pit, but a fiercely authentic human guide who actually delivers real return on investment. Stop setting your budget on fire. Download the fix now. You can get it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? What is the most expensive example of a corporation trying to replace basic human competence with a completely useless AI? I'll go first. Remember when McDonald's spent millions partnering with IBM to completely automate their drive-thrus? Instead of revolutionizing fast food, the highly advanced supercomputer started aggressively adding hundreds of dollars worth of McNuggets to random orders and trying to top vanilla ice cream cones with bacon. The ROI was so catastrophically bad that McDonald's had to publicly pull the plug on the entire program and put actual teenagers back on their headsets. Okay, your turn. What's the worst you've seen? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked this video, you might like this one too. It's about the AI price war and why OpenAI executives are panicking, and you should be too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.